The highly anticipated sequel to Frank Herbert's epic sci-fi novel, Dune, Part 2, grossed at least $11 million in previews on Thursday, more than doubling its predecessor and putting it on pace with last summer's double-barreled blockbusters, Barbie, and Oppenheimer. Dune, Part 2, is projected to rack up a whopping $170 million worldwide in its opening weekend, including $80 million in the US and Canada. If that projection holds up, the sci-fi sequel would be the first to cross the $50 million threshold in its opening weekend since October's teen horror, Five Nights at Freddy's. Still, it would fall short of Barbie, and remain roughly on par with Oppenheimer in terms of US gross. So far, audiences have raved about Dune, Part 2, giving it a 95% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, while critics have given mostly favorable ratings, including a 94% critics score on the site. Critics on Metacritic rated the second installment at a score of 79 out of 100. A review in the New York Times described the sequel, from director Denis Villeneuve, as bigger and more far out than its predecessor, lauding the cinematic spectacle as alive and rocking, and a blast. A review in The Guardian also praises the follow-up as an extraordinary visual spectacle. While audiences have come away from the sequel praising its cinematography and star-studded cast, there is one item receiving mixed reviews: AMC's iconic sandworm popcorn bucket. While AMC's bucket, which features a sandworm mouth opening for moviegoers to reach in, has been mocked on Saturday Night Live, it has also become a viral sensation and a collector's item among some fans, going for nearly $70 on Etsy. Dune, Part 2, provided a much-needed jolt at the box office, which has been off to a slow start this year. The biggest movie at the domestic office so far has been Bob Marley, One Love, racking up $74.5 million, ahead of Mean Girls, $72.2 million, The Beekeeper, $63.7 million, and Argylle, $42.4 million. Dune, Part 2, could bring biggest box office weekend so far this year, report says. Forbes.